What's happening? What's happening, man cave? Come on in, guys. We are live inside the man cave. What's going on? We got Jamal, the myth, the legend, the man,
Money,
Smith.
money mall.
Money
What's up?
Mall. I couldn't think of it.
That's money
Cut it
mall right
out. What's
there.
up, fam?
Hey, what's going on, bro? It's good to see you, man. Good to
Man,
see
it's
you.
always good to see you guys, man.
Always,
How y'all,
always.
how y'all doing?
Yeah, man. I'm doing phenomenal. I'm loving this discipline, structure, infrastructure message, man. And it is it's one of those messages, George, where man, I'm just jumping right into it. I'm Pastor D may or may be hopping on. I'm not sure. I know his protege is in the background. Is there such a thing, Jamal, as Rabbi Junior? Is that a thing?
Of course, that's why they call
Yeah,
disciples, right?
He's a
Yeah,
disciple.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
calling RJ Rabbi Junior. Anyway, so that's my dude. I love that guy. But man, I'm loving this. This thing, this discipline and infrastructure and structure piece that Apostle Mike is slow walking us down. And I love how George at the beginning of the year, when Apostle is laying the foundation, man, he digs around that dirt, dig around the dirt, make sure that the soil is right before he start building, man. And just man, what's some of the takeaways you've been getting so far, George?
What happened to my camera?
Hit V or I don't know if you're on a computer mall or
I'm on the
whatnot, but
I'm on the iPad.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I apologize, bro. I can't help you with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey,
I'll close out and jump back in.
Okay.
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 But
hey,
yes.
can we hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
absolutely.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go. You
What's going on,
Rabbi
RJ?
Jury. Yeah,
You got a
RJ.
new
What's up, man?
nickname, RJ.
Where RJ come in from?
Rabbi Junior.
Rabbi, yeah, Wall Street has knighted you.
Hey man,
And
you
it's
walking close to the rabbi, the dust from the rabbi's feet, man. I love it.
Hey, hey, you know what? First of all, man, that's a that that individual is in a lane, a car, a world all by himself. So
Right.
we'll just leave it at the dust,
Yeah, yeah.
cause he on a whole nother level, man.
Hey, well,
Um,
if he in that lane, I'm gonna tell you, RJ. I mean, you know there are the hitches. You know what I'm saying, like a towing car or what have you.
right,
You know what I mean?
Right,
right.
You ever seen those trucks and car and they towing the boats or they towing whatever?
right.
Man, you right there with him, man. You connected at the hitch. You connected, bro. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Man,
wherever lane he goes in, guess what? That's the lane you roll in.
how you do it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, man, but an individual like him needs to be duplicated in the earth.
Absolutely.
That's a good man, man. That's a good man. So
Absolutely.
shout out to him, for real. Mhm. Hey,
No
hey,
No
hey,
doubt.
hey, Jamal, hey, Jamal. I
Yo.
don't know what you showing, but you better watch that camera
I just sent you a
uh,
request, Jamal, for the front camera.
oh
There you
yeah,
go.
I just
I
sent
There
you
you
a
don't.
go.
request.
There you go.
I feel
But
like
I was just
Marion
saying,
Barry. They framed me, man.
hey Chris, I was
Let's
just
go.
saying, I was asking George, what are some of the takeaways, man, from this discipline infrastructure? And George, you were saying some of the takeaways
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got.
I was just gonna say, and really just piggyback off of what you just said. Apostle was taking the time to really set this thing up and is digging around in this foundation to to
Right.
to make sure things are sure. And when you think about it, Wall Street, that is, we think about any contractor or you think about anybody that does any kind of body of work as such,
Mhm.
you can tell a person's heart based on their attention to detail,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
right? My wife, me and my wife have these conversations, and she said, if I didn't do something right, or I didn't have, I had a lack of attention or what have you. She said, you know what? It's a result of you didn't care, right? You didn't care to get it right. You didn't care to slow down or think it through or whatever the case may be. And so just saying that to say, we see our apostle doing what he's doing
Yeah.
and laying the foundation because he properly cares for the people, right? And I believe Money Mall, and I'll throw it to you, listen, all of y'all Bible scriptures, Bible scholars, so I can throw it to any of y'all, but I believe it says, I think it's over there in when Jeremiah 3 or something like that. I'll give you pastors after my own heart, full of what wisdom and understanding, knowledge and understand, something to that degree. Right. And we have that man of God as such. And as a result, we're starting to see, the foundations being laid, and man, we can build on this lesson, guys, as high as we want to, because the foundation is sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamal, what some things you seen, man, in this lesson?
Yeah, I had something. So I'll just say this. Let me start with piggybacking off George, that Jeremiah piece, because a lot of people, I meet people as I come and go, and some people I'm conversating, to invite them to our ministry, aka Project 3000, which we all should be doing.
No
But
doubt.
you come across some people who like, yeah, I received Jesus, but I'm spiritual, but they don't see the need of a pastor, right? And so, he's given us pastors after after his own heart, for the purpose. Matter of fact, the next verse after that, I think it's around 15 or 16, but it says that when you increase, let's go there.
Yeah, let's go there.
Is Jeremiah what, 3:50? What is it?
Yeah, 3. Yep, you spot on. I knew I was on the street. You got the house though. 3:15.
Yeah, I 3:50. Can y'all read that for me, please?
You
Yeah,
gotta
he
say
said,
read, and then I read.
read.
Which one? Which Jeremiah 3:15?
Yes, sir. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm reading for King James Version. I will give you pastors according to my own heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Okay, verse 16. After they feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Oh, let me scroll down. And it shall come to pass when you multiply and increased in the land in those days, saith the Lord.
Okay, right there. And it should come to pass when you multiply and increase.
Yes.
But the multiplication and increase doesn't come until you've been fed by the pastor. Yes. And so if that pastor's not there, you're not going to be properly fed to multiply and increase the way that God originally intended for you to. Are you with me?
Yes.
And so in addition to that, my nugget, the thing that was was just fire for me was that Pastor Mike said this, Apostle said this: if there is no corresponding action to support what you say you believe, then you're not in faith.
Right.
And a lot of times I like the graphic you had, Rich, and I tagged that or posted that, but I added that quote on there because it's like so many of us believe that we're in faith when we're really not. And he was really distinguishing. It's one thing to believe, but it's another thing. If we ain't putting no feet to what we say we believe, you really ain't in there. You're deceived.
Yeah. Right.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good,
money.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm passing to Pastor Chris.
Yeah, man. I hear him teaching from kindergartner to Harvard.
Right.
Where he keeps it basic enough where it's across the whole, and see, sometimes folks maybe say, he's skipping around, but I believe it's orchestrated to ping every person in there where you leave different than how you came.
Yes, sir.
I believe it's intentional.
Yeah.
And so from the components of faith to us talking about reflection, to us talking about infrastructure and structure. Listen to even the different occupations, man, that he's teaching to make sure that everybody gets something that's going to take them to the next level. He even talking about, man, make sure you get some rest. So when you start
Yeah.
talking about I'm intentional, like, man, I'm going to bed tonight at 9:30.
Right.
Now, am I gonna make it? But the fact that the seed has been planted, it's making me mindful.
Uh-huh.
And so when I say from kindergarten to college, even
Right.
something so basic, like we all know we're supposed to get rest,
Yes, sir.
but are we actually getting what we need to go to that next level?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And so I believe because he knows something is coming. And one thing I loved about the military is we trained like something was coming,
Mhm.
even when we didn't know it was going to hit. So when it did hit, all we needed to do was go.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, we are soldiers in the army of the Lord, ain't that
Come
right,
on,
Come
Pastor
man.
on,
Chris?
come
Yeah,
on.
that's right. That's right. So yeah, that's interesting, Pastor Chris.
Yes,
So
yes, sir.
here's a question I want to pose, for the guys to think about
Yes, sir.
is, what does walking boldly actually look like in a daily life? You know, from the kindergarten to the Harvard level, right? So what are some things that looks like a person is walking boldly by faith in their daily life? Because I like how you broke it down, what Apostle Mike said about even the thing of the rest piece, getting proper rest. So I just want float that on the table, man. What does that look like?
The one word that come to mind, and we talked about on Sunday, what the boldness look like, being consistent where you at,
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay.
being consistent where you at, and looking at how you can take that to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Learn basic principles that's needed. And once you understand those basic principles,
Mm-hmm.
then that's what you operate in.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all at different levels and different functionalities of our life or different facets of our life.
Right.
And so I believe having that type of boldness is really taking an examination. I can hear that Pastor Sonil in my ear, taking a self-examination of where you at, maximizing that, and
Yes.
standing with a strong posture, standing erect on what you know to be a fact and or the truth of the word, and
Mm-hmm.
carry that thing out. That's
Yeah.
how I think boldness look.
Yeah, that's good. Jamal, what do you think, man?
Yeah, man. So that boldness, I think that comes from two words: meditation and believing,
Yes.
right? And earlier this week, I was looking at that Mark 11:24, and we know that the scripture, Mark 11:20 through
Mm-hmm.
24, and we know that the scripture is ever breathing. And it just hit me. I can't tell you how many times we've read through these scriptures, we're familiar with it, and but that boldness.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 talks about when they were walking past the tree that Jesus just spoke to,
Right.
and now Peter, his eyes are big, like, whoa, that tree you spoke to,
Right.
it's dead. Like, it's dead for real. You just spoke to it yesterday. Now here we are walking past it today.
Yeah.
And what Jesus told him was, watch this: have faith in God, right?
Absolutely.
But in that sense, he was telling them,
Mm-hmm.
believe the word, believe God,
Yeah.
right? And if you truly believe God, then I tell you, whatever you say to this mountain, it's going to do exactly what you tell it to do. If you believe, you receive when you ask, and don't doubt it in your heart,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And so, but it's easy to just say that at a surface level, but you're not going to get that kind of belief or that confidence unless you're constantly meditating on the word.
Absolutely.
It's not enough just to, oh yeah, Mark 11:22. I know what that says. So it's moving this thing from just head knowledge to heart knowledge
Mm-hmm.
to hand knowledge, and then foot knowledge, to where we're constantly walking this thing out.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, George.
Wall Street, give me. I got something for, but I just want to make sure that I'm in line with what you're asking. Give me to me one more time, Doc.
Yeah. Walking boldly. Um, what does that look like in a person's daily life?
one of the things that really sticks out to me is having someone before you that you can duplicate, or you can having someone before you that you're duplicating their life. Like when Paul said, imitate me follow me as I follow Christ, right? Imitate me, copy me,
Right.
resemble me. And when you can do that, you can begin to extract some boldness there, because I've operated in some things when I was around somebody that was a little bit bigger than me, a little bit stronger than me, a little bit better than me. And because I saw how they were flowing and I saw the results that they were getting, guess what? Let me just say, like with girls, right? Wait, let me hold on. Hold on.
I was about to get good.
Well, you made that record button.
Hey, we gotta look down there.
You gotta look. You look left. You gotta look twice before you cross the street.
Yeah. So watch this. So back in the day, as a teenager, right, my older cousin was putting me on game and
Pastor Chris put his earbuds in.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I apologize, Joe.
So he was putting me on game, Pastor Chris, right? About how to get young ladies, right? And this is what you say, this is what you do, and guess what? I would see him in action,
Right.
And before I know it, he taking the joint back to the crib, right? And I'm like, man, like how you do that? Right. And so I'm seeing him, right? And then I started imitating what he did, right? And I put my own swag on it, right. I put my own personality and things like that on. But my point is, that bold, you can walk in that boldness every day just by simply, copying and or imitating, someone that is right before you. And guess what, guys? We got a man of God that we can just imitate. We can copy. We can hit the duplicate button, right? And if we follow him as he follows Christ, guess what? We'll walk in that same boldness and we'll get the same results that he got.
The template, the blueprint.
The blueprint.
Yeah, over there in first Samuel like 17, like over there about verse 34, at one point they was trying to talk David down, like, man, what you doing out here, man? Going on back. But then the scriptures say the word got back to Saul. And Saul wanted to talk to David. And then over there in I think it's right at verse 34, David's first Samuel 17, David's man started to swell up. They was like, your servant has been keeping his father's sheep.
Come
when
on,
a
man.
lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, I went after it. But he didn't just go after it. The scriptures say he struck it and rescued the sheep from his mouth. When it turned on him, he seized it by its hair and like shabba bop 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 bop. Y'all thought you messed up grabbing the sheep, and then you gonna call yourself. We call it down south. You smelling yourself.
Smelling
that
yourself.
Go David. No, but David had that boldness in him.
Yeah.
To not only rescue what was his, but when the thing got out of line, he turned around and said, man, okay, you finna die.
Yeah.
He reflected.
Definitely reflected. I'm just trying to stay on the script, but he definitely reflected.
Go ahead, work it, bro.
But that's we gotta get to a point where we are so bold in the word.
Yeah.
That if the thing don't do what we say it's gonna do, we gotta curse that thing and say you gotta drop at the root, just like what you were saying with Jesus.
Right.
That's the type of boldness we have to walk in. And I dare you to go get somebody. Because the scripture said David had more than one stone. Like,
Come on.
okay, you got some brothers? I
You got
got
someone else?
some for every last one of y'all.
Yes, sir.
And when people start to see this boldness that you're asking this
Yeah.
question about, they're going to start to not only, it's going to be attractive
Yeah.
Mm.
because we got too many people running from the enemy instead of having the enemy run from them. But
That's
when we
good.
put this thing going like what you talking about,
Yeah.
Wall Street, it's going to be some things in trouble and we're going to see some manifestations like never before.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I love that, Apostle had shared Hebrews 10:38. And it's a lifestyle that just lives by faith. It's what we do. And so when we as we're putting this message together, and Apostle Mike is unpacking this message, there should be an awareness. Okay, let me put it this way: there should be a humility and a hunger that happens at the same time.
Mm.
Absolutely.
There's a hunger for more of the word in God, and then that hunger for more, there is this humility piece, because then we begin to walk in boldness and we recognize the power, the weight that we carry. I was thinking about this, Jamal, over in Acts, I think it's Acts 19, and the scripture talks about the 7 sons of Sceva, right? And it said, Jesus I know, Paul I know. I said, wait. You mean I can walk with such weight that demons know